Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Brielle Tarot, where the cards always reveal the truth your heart has been sensing. If you're new here, hi, loves. I'm Brielle, your intuitive guide and cosmic bestie, here to help you decode the energy around you and shine a light on what spirit is whispering. Today's reading is for all my charming, graceful, and magnetic Libras. And oh my gosh, the energy right now is shimmering. Spirit is saying, you're getting a lot of attention from people. And here's why. I can already feel the eyes on you, the admiration, the curiosity. People are noticing your energy, your vibe, and the way you effortlessly balance charm and authenticity. So, Libra, take a deep breath, settle in, and let's see what's attracting all this attention and how you can step into it with full confidence. The first card that appears is the Eight of Wands, and the energy of this card is fast, intense, and unstoppable. This shows that you're becoming the center of attention because big changes are happening in your life, whether you realize it or not. You might recently have started showing your true potential, maybe through your work, social media, or simply through the way you speak, which now carries more charisma. Many people suddenly feel drawn to you, wanting to know more about you. Your energy is visible, and the universe seems to be speeding things up to lead you to a bigger moment. Then comes the Knight of Cups, which indicates that not only are many people noticing you in general, but there's also someone special whose heart is beginning to move. There's romantic energy here. Someone sees your soft side, your warmth, and the way you express yourself with emotion. This person is drawn to your sincerity, something rare and genuine. But this energy isn't only about romance. It can also mean you're attracting people who want to collaborate with you because your vibe is both inspiring and soothing. Next, the Nine of Cups, a card of inner fulfillment. You're in a phase where you're beginning to realize your own worth. You're becoming more confident, enjoying the results of your efforts, and people can sense that. Your glow of satisfaction and happiness radiates, making others want to be around you even more. They might not understand why, but your peaceful and special energy makes them curious and amazed. Then comes the Queen of Cups. Your energy here is deeply gentle. You're empathetic, emotionally mature, and you draw attention through your compassion. You don't show off, but you have this aura of understanding, and that's rare. People feel safe, heard, and comforted around you. Even without realizing it, you've become an inspiration to many. However, the Seven of Wands reversed appears, signaling a bit of exhaustion. You might feel tired of having to defend your position, especially if there are people who envy or judge you without knowing your struggles. Sometimes you wonder, why am I being watched so much when I never asked for it? But this card also reminds you that you don't need to fight alone. You're already enough just as you are. The Five of Pentacles shows that behind all this attention, there's a part of you that once felt abandoned or unseen. Maybe you felt lonely, rejected, or unworthy before. But that's exactly why the universe is giving you this moment to shine. People notice your strength, how you've grown from old wounds. You survived, and that strength radiates in your aura now. The Magician reversed warns you not to lose your direction. You might feel overwhelmed by everything coming your way. People's attention, new opportunities, even pressure. Sometimes you forget that your real power lies within yourself, not in others' validation. The universe is saying, you don't have to pretend to be strong to shine. Then comes the Wheel of Fortune, a sign of major change. Luck is turning in your favor again. Things that once felt stuck are finally moving forward. You'll realize that all this attention is part of your life cycle. You once felt invisible, and now you're learning to accept that you're meant to be seen, recognized, and acknowledged. Your energy is rising to a higher level. But then the Eight of Cups appears, meaning you're starting to choose. You're realizing not all attention is positive. Sometimes you feel the need to step away from the noise, to find deeper meaning. You're learning that not everything that shines is gold, and not every smile is genuine. This is your soul's call for peace and authenticity. The Seven of Swords warns that among those watching you, not everyone has pure intentions. Some might be envious, manipulative, or simply too curious. The universe reminds you to stay alert. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Next is the Five of Wands, conflict and competition. Maybe some people are fighting for your attention, or maybe you're overwhelmed by too many expectations. But this also shows that you're being tested. To stay calm amid chaos. Don't get dragged into drama. Your energy is too precious for that. Finally, the King of Swords. This represents your maturity, clarity, and strength. After all the attention, challenges, and transformations, you're now able to stand tall with a clear mind. You know when to speak and when to stay silent. You can now see who's genuine and who's not. At this point, you're not just admired, you're respected. You've transformed from someone others once underestimated into a person of power and wisdom. Now, what do they feel when they see your transformation? The first card is the Three of Swords, and its energy hits sharp but true. Every time they see how much you've changed, the first thing they feel is pain, a mix of regret and nostalgia. They once thought you'd never rise again, that your wounds would keep you broken. But you grew, transformed, and proved them wrong. You became someone stronger than they ever expected, and that hurts them. It's like they're staring into a mirror reflecting all their past mistakes and choices they now wish they could undo. Deep down, a voice whispers, "I lost something extraordinary." Then comes the King of Pentacles, stable, grounded energy. When they see you now, they see someone far more mature and confident than before. You're calm, focused, and sure of your direction. They think, they used to need me. Now they don't even look my way. There's pride in their heart seeing how far you've come, but also loss, because you no longer depend on them. You've found your own strength, and that makes them realize they can no longer control or belittle you. Next, the Five of Pentacles again, loneliness and longing. Behind their admiration, there's a deep emptiness. They feel left out, like someone standing in the rain, staring at the warm light through a window they can't enter. They think, I used to be there. I used to be part of their life. Now you're walking your own path. The brighter you shine, the smaller they feel, as if they're watching someone they once knew but can no longer reach. You're no longer the person who needed them. You're now the one they pray for in silence, even if that prayer comes from a place of loss. Then comes the Star, a card of hope and admiration. Despite their pain, they can't help but feel awe. They think they've really changed. But that change is beautiful. You've become like a star in their dark night, distant but comforting to look at. They see you not just as someone from the past, but as someone who's found their true self. You now have your own light, not one they gave you, but one you created by healing yourself. Every time they see you, there's a spark of wonder, pride, admiration, and sadness, knowing that to become this radiant, you had to grow without them. The Knight of Pentacles shows that they now see you as patient, steady, and unshakable. They think, they're so different now. They used to give up easily, but now they know what they want. They see you building your life slowly, quietly, without drama, and the results speak for themselves. What surprises them most is that you still have a soft heart, but now you know how to protect it. Deep down, they admire you, because you didn't just change outwardly, but from within. Then appears the Seven of Swords again, this time reflecting guilt. They feel they were unfair to you, or dishonest with their own emotions. They might act indifferent, but inside they know part of your transformation came from the pain they caused. They're proud, but it stings. Because if they hadn't hurt you, maybe you wouldn't have become this strong. And that realization haunts them. Next, the Hierophant. The card of wisdom, spiritual growth, and inner maturity. When they look at you now, they feel that you've become wiser than them. You're no longer easily swayed by emotion. You've found depth and calm they lack. They think, they didn't just change. They evolved. You now have principles, emotional balance, and the ability to guide others, even them. Without realizing it, you've become a teacher to the one who once broke you. Then comes the Page of Pentacles, a symbol of new beginnings and learning. They see you as a fresh start, full of ideas, hope, and confidence. They think, maybe I can change too. Maybe I can start over. There's something sweet about this. Behind regret and admiration, they're inspired by you. They might begin to fix their life, forgive themselves, and find gratitude, all because your growth sparked something in them. You didn't just change yourself. You changed how they see the world. Finally, the King of Wands. Charisma, leadership, and true self-belief. At this point, they see you as a force of nature. You're no longer the victim of an old story. You're the main character now. You walk with confidence, with purpose, and with a fire that doesn't burn out. They think they don't need anyone to save them anymore. They've become their own hero. They see you as someone fearless, self-assured, and ready to chase new dreams. To them, your transformation is both breathtaking and intimidating, because they realize you've become someone they may never be able to approach again. You're no longer the version they once knew. You're the evolved, empowered version who shines in your own freedom. Wow, Libra, what a powerful energy. The universe wants you to know that this attention isn't random. It's a reflection of your inner light, your authenticity, and the way you carry yourself through life. People are drawn to your energy, not just your looks or charm. Spirit is asking you to embrace it without fear, without overthinking, and without feeling like you have to perform. You are magnetic simply because of who you are. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you'll never miss another cosmic insight just for you. Remember, my loves, the attention you receive is proof of your value, but your worth isn't defined by anyone else. Shine unapologetically. I'm Brielle, and this was your divine message from the universe. Stay radiant, stay balanced, and keep embracing your magic.